7.
Okay, same to you.
He started throwing curveballs to me at the.
This, we don't have very much on the agenda, so we're going to, I've had an opportunity to look at the 3 bills lists that we want to discuss this evening and in detail. But first of all, let's call the meeting to order. In attendance is Chairperson Rogers here.
Alderman Smith, present.
Controller Lewis Williams.
Okay. Okay, let's take them in the sequence that they fell in. The first one would be for November 25th, yes. And everything on here was pretty self-explanatory, but I do have some minor questions, Mr. Lewis, I'm sure you have an answer for. On workman compensation, there was a total of $5,857.18 spent, and it has 3 line items. And my question was, how many actual people collected workman's comp to come to that number?
I'm not sure, because the TPA handles all of that, so
Okay.
that would have been paid directly.
Okay. Yeah, workman's comp, that's under human resources.
I'm sorry, who's that payable to?
It didn't say the actual name, it just said it had 3 different items on there.
Those are actually the invoices that we have to pay to the Illinois Workers' Compensation Commission. We have to pay them a fee based on the number of cases that are outstanding.
Okay. Yeah, I was aware of that, I just wasn't sure how many people it was, you know.
It varies.
You see 4? So, take the other ones over here. Yes, it is right. It was 4. I thought it was 3. Okay. My other question was, I know who Gemini Group is, but
I'm sorry, what?
Gemini Group. Refresh my
PR.
PR.
What are they under?
They're under communications.
Yeah, that's big PR.
Okay. Okay, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 line items for line dancing.
That's the seniors, they do line dancing, they
Right.
collect the fee and we turn around.
But I noticed it on all 3 bills. Is this for 1 month?
Yeah.
That's for 1 month?
Right.
Okay. All right. And Live View Technologies, we rented something from them.
Generators.
Generators, okay. Okay. When did we need generators? Was that back when the lights?
Always need.
When the lights were out?
We keep generators, period. Because remember, if the police station goes down, we're out of business.
Okay.
That's just a safety precaution. They maintain the generators.
All right.
Remember, it happens all too often, the power goes out here.
Tell me about it. I don't have to worry about that anymore. I got solar panels now. Madam Co-Chair, do you have anything on this list that you want to talk about?
Yes, under the water where it says outside services, Anchor Heavy Civil,
It's just one of the plumbing contractors we use.
that's the plumbing contract.
Yes.
What about M.E. Simpson Company?
Amy Simpsons are the people with the water meters, testing the water meters,
What department is
the
that?
the valves, underwater,
Okay.
underwater, yeah.
Say it again, that's
The valves, they do all the valve checks.
Oh, okay,
And whenever we have a water main leak or anything, they come out, tell us where the leak is at, where the shut-offs are at, that type of thing.
and water products and Aurora, is that when we buy some?
Meters,
Oh,
meters and other supplies, yes.
Okay,
And the one you asked about was Anchor Heavy Civic?
yes,
Yeah, okay.
that's the one.
I had that one underlined too, okay, all right.
Plumbing contract, yes.
And so,
We had to spread it out. The contractor we've been using, who started out very reasonable, he came to the realization he might be the only game in town. He started getting.
So you had to shop around.
Exactly.
I got you. I know how that is. Okay, two more. Metropolitan Industries at the pumping station.
Pumps, they maintain the pumps at the pumping station.
Okay. Maintenance.
which one is that again?
That's
Metropolitan,
that's underwater.
underwater.
That's underwater.
Yes, okay, that's fine.
And Cortex Construction Group. I know for the community hubs, and it's under grants and capital projects.
That's what it is. It's
That was-
funded by a grant. That's what it is.
That was grant money.
For the hubs, yes.
Okay, all right.
They are paid in full. And we just waiting on the grant proceeds to reimburse ourselves.
I got you. Okay, that was sums this one up. All in favor of recommending this to entire council, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Ayes have it. Let's move on to December 12th. My printer cut off the prices, so I gotta look at that one on my computer. There were quite a few under, I think that's police for uniforms, from Eagle Uniform Company.
We've had far too much turnover in the police department. When folks go in the academy, auxiliary officers, they all have to be uniforms.
And this comes out of police budget.
Yes. And what happens is when we had this turnover, we take the uniforms back. But you know, one class, a group of folks are all tall, next come in short, but next come in a little heavy. I've been told, I don't visit the police department, but
Yeah.
I understand they have a room full of uniforms. Then when people need uniforms, they try to obviously go in the room
And pick something out.
and pick some out. But
I don't know, most people are reluctant to put on used clothes.
oh, we clean them well. They send them out to be cleaned. So That's all I knew growing up. I had 6 older brothers.
Like I said, this is pretty much cut and dry here. I pretty much know what everything is. Now, Coach Ed, you got anything?
No.
Are you good? I'm in a motion to accept this and bring it to the entire council. Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Save this for last. This bill here for litigation, Harvey versus Dixmoor, something that's still pending.
Well, it was allegedly settled. That's for fire services they didn't pay us for.
Okay. Dixmoor was using Harvey's fire department.
Yes. They no longer do. They dispose it now.
Do we, release the vehicles?
Pardon me?
Police vehicles?
Yeah,
Police
yeah,
vehicles?
those are these, yeah.
So that's why we have repairs on
Well, we have repairs to some of the vehicles we actually own,
it? Okay.
but probably 80% of the fleet is leased through Enterprise.
Ms. Lewis, do you know anything in regards to the planning department? Harvey's planning on hiring their own inspectors back? You don't know anything in regards to?
I've heard rumors both ways in terms of outsourcing and things like that. One thing we are doing though is we made the attempt, God, 8 years ago, almost got to be 7, 8 years ago when we tried to integrate them into the accounting software and other software. It didn't go very well because they weren't very cooperative. This year with the upgrade to BSNA we have it now, they're definitely bringing them online. They absolutely must be online.
Okay.
And all of the functions have to be automated. It's- You end up with a mountain of paperwork otherwise.
And that's what we're aiming at, eliminating all that paperwork. And
You come to my office, I got paper, but believe me, this paper is waiting to be scanned in. I think this should be almost 100% paperless where practical.
I agree.
monthly fee. See, Deborah dance line. That's for a month. I want to ask about the body removal. You explain that in detail. First aid kit, reimbursement for items to finish. this on tree stump removal. Are they still cutting trees during the winter months, or was this from the past?
Those are old bills.
These are
If you
old
look at the
bills.
dates, yeah, if you
You
look
just
at
have
the
been
dates,
paid.
It just were given to us.
Okay. Rick Septic had a retirement party?
I mean,
Rick Septic, he had a retirement party
you know,
for Robert.
Robert, yeah.
I wasn't invited. Man, that breaks my heart. He gave me my award too. Okay, we got another one on here for Anchor, but you already explained that's for plumbing
Yeah,
service.
right.
These like both water main breaks or jet outs?
Water main breaks. I mean,
Okay.
if somebody gave us $15 million, we could spend it all just replacing water mains. I mean, it's aging, I mean, how old is Harvey?
150,
That's
better.
And that's part of the problem with the streets. It's not the streets caving in, the sewers and that type of stuff, you know.
There's another one here for Cortex, but I already know what that is.
That should be that final deal.
Mm-hmm. Cortex on the last page. It's under grants.
That'd be great.
What about underwater, what's this penalties?
City of Chicago charges us penalties. However, we're in the final stages, finally after the city's finished with the budget. We've come to an agreement, the penalties will be wiped out.
Really?
Not the first time I did it, but you know, new administration do it again.
You good guy to have around.
I'm sure it's some use of our purposes.
Madam Co-Chair, you got anything else?
No, not at all.
Well, Chair recommends that we pass this on to the regular city council for ratifying. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it. This portion of the meeting will be for public comment. Anybody want to talk?
Yeah,
Please, by all means.
I guess, the question I had was, well, first, Aisha Pickett, city treasurer, sorry. I wanted to, the bills list for December 12th and January 8th, I did not get those. If somebody could forward those to me, I would appreciate it. I haven't seen those at all,
January,
neither one.
well, we got one for January 13th. That's the one you're referring
The
to.
one you have on your agenda,
Yeah, Yeah.
is the 13th?
Yeah, it's the- well, actually,
But
they come, it's actually the 8th, but it's actually for the meeting on the day on the 13th, because they come 5 days later.
understood, I don't have either one.
Okay, I'll see to them that you get them,
I appreciate it.
okay?
They pulled all that stuff off this meeting. I guess this is supposed to be more or less
Yeah, there's nothing on
a
the.
committee
it's not on the
reporting
agenda.
meeting is what I was told when I
Well-
looked at the agenda.
Now, the reason I had already,
Oh, no, I know you had already
I had already
scheduled
put
it.
the agenda up.
Right.
So I say, well, we'll go ahead and have the meeting today, even though we won't have the opportunity to vote on this today, because they're gonna be doing department head reports. But at the next meeting in 2 weeks, we will have already got this out the way,
Right.
okay? So then we'll vote on this in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I'll see to it that,
Alderman Rogers thought we were pretty far behind, so that's when you would have gotten it in the normal package.
yeah.
I sent him that before I knew they weren't sending them out with the package. So
Okay.
just so his finance committee meeting.
You know, is it possible that you send those?
I normally do, but she was gonna send it out with the package, and sometimes I don't like the end of the day people. Normally when I send the bill list out, I send them out to everybody.
Oh.
You had requested the copies
Yeah.
for the meeting, so I sent them to the three of you guys, but I thought the rest of them would have gone out with the regular package.
The reason being, when it comes down to the city computer, when you try to forward something, it gives me some difficulty. If I had it on my regular computer, I could forward it to you, but I don't, but I know he could, so I'll make sure you get it.
I did have a question with the Devin Jefferson.
On which bills is it?
The November one.
November?
25th. You said that was for the month. Do you know why they vary? Well, I don't know if you're answering.
And that's under the senior committee?
That's under the,
Yeah, I guess the number of people who participate, she charges so much per person who actually shows up.
That's for the line dancing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I think we asked about the other ones I had questions about, so I think that was it for me.
All right. Well, thank you for your participation. Greatly appreciate it. And we're gonna call this meeting.
And Alderman, just as FYI, we are gonna start this. I'll give you my report tonight, but we're BSNA, which is the accounting software we bought, using track of the years. I came here for 2 years now, about 11 years ago. We put BSNA in effect, but now we're going to a Windows-based version of it.
You said BS?
BSNA is the software. You know, in your problems, Madam Treasurer, in terms of access to it, because it's going to be a cloud-based system. And part of that whole process is just, again, so to improve the system and to make the system paperless.
Yeah.
And that's a major goal for us. And just
You
another,
understand it's kind
just
of-
for the finance community, matter of fact, the state huffed and puffed about they're gonna send all of us out here. Kasperi can start, we actually have an opening exit conference tomorrow to start on the 22 audit with a commitment from them that they're gonna jump right on 23 and 24 as time allows.
So, will you be doing the finance report today or Kasperi?
I will, no, I'm saying Kasperi is gonna be just, it's starting to work on the audit, the 22 audit, finally.
22.
The one that
That's how far
outstanding
we've
that
been
we
behind.
that they had
Yeah.
asked before starting.
He's doing a forensic audit.
No, he's doing the regular audit.
Doing the
I mean,
regular
the
audit.
state came in and said they're gonna sign auditors, and I knew that was a huff and a puff, because I know they can find auditors no quicker than I can.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just go ahead, be happy. But I know people who participate in the program, and they all look solid. I had contacted them all anyway.
Well, Mr. Lewis, thank you, and I think you should be commended on your knowledge on all these numbers and bills and everything. And it makes life easier for everybody involved, especially the finance people. We can adjourn the meeting at 6:32. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.